Red Dreaded Entertainment, what is up, y'all? We are Venom. Akasan here on the eve of Infinity War. I'm getting ready for it. I'm so busy right now. I can't even do the flash right now because I'm just so busy balancing out all the different costumes that we're gonna wear. But I took care of Patreon for their episodes, Avatar and My Hero Academia, but it came to my attention that an official Venom trailer has indeed dropped. There was a leaked photo or video or so, and I saw the photo briefly yesterday. Was not really impressed, but it could just be low res. I don't know. It didn't look like too much of a jump from 10 years ago with Spider-Man 3. Or was it about 10 years ago? So let me see how this new video, how the official trailer plays off. Venom, by far one of my top characters. Got it, as some of you already know. I have it tattooed on my arm. Have him tattooed on my arm. Big fan. Huge fan. Todd McFarlane days. I am going to do my best not to overjudge this like I do with Batman, because I noticed the closer I am to a character growing up and such, the more critical I am, and the more it's harder to feel it, like, you know. Yeah, see, even this. I love the Lethal Protector line, man. This was amazing. Where did I buy this? I should buy some more. Oh yeah, when Marvel was on exhibit, when they had an exhibit out here. So I love this fucking look. So. But I also feel like it's hard to emulate that sort of feeling in the movie. So anyways, let's take a look. Let's see how Sony is doing it.
You should be extremely afraid.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing us collectively to this moment. It is a moment that so many have dreamed of claiming. History starts today.
He looked like the dude from Spider-Man, Flash Thompson, Homecoming.
This guy you work for is an evil person.
I don't work for him. My firm works for him. Are you gonna behave yourself tomorrow?
I told you I'm gonna do my job.
Are they using the Infinity War music?
I follow people that do not want to be followed. What about the allegations that you recruit the most vulnerable for tests that end up killing people?
It's time to go.
You finished, Mr. Brock?
Was that a threat? You had to learn how to hide in plain sight. I'm pretty good at it. But you suck. Whoever you are.
I work at the Life Foundation, and I need your help. We found something. We call them symbiotes. Carlton Drake believes that the union between human and symbiote is the key to our evolution.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Is that supposed to be the female Venom?
I'm feeling really sick.
Oh shit.
I'm hearing a voice. You're not real. You were just in my head.
I'm gonna need Mr. Drake's property back.
I don't know. Why would we do that? If you're gonna stay, you will only hurt bad people.
The way I see it, we can do whatever we want. Do we have a deal?
Are you willing to sacrifice the one thing you hold most dear? You should be extremely afraid.
What the hell are you? We are Venom.
I know that cover. I know that cover. I know exactly what cover that is, actually. Damn. Huh. Wait and see. wait and see. It's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily like fucking nailed. Like, it's somewhere right in between. It could go very well or it could go very bad. It depends on the way they pull that one off. I noticed they took a few liberties with the mythos of the, I don't know why they call this like they pronounce it weird, but the symbiote. The symbiote. They're going for the more current style of the symbiote, where the symbiote like talks and shit. Like, I never was a big fan of that. Like, that was a little weird, where the symbiote really became its own sort of identity and like would toss motherfuckers off bridges and shit. And when they were done with when it was done with the host, this was toward the Mark Kruger, the dude that used to be the Scorpion, and then he became right before he became Venom, and Eddie had cancer and shit, and the symbiote was like, fuck off, like I'm done with you. So it could go either way. I'm not sure, and the problem is, if it was a different studio, I probably would have a little more faith. If Marvel was producing it, or if this was like legitimately MCU material, I'd probably be a little more like, okay, they'll handle it, no problem. But because it's Sony and their reputation is kind of hit or miss, I'm a little worried on, like, they may not actually get the entire concept of what the symbiote is all about. But to be fair, like I said, there's different versions of the symbiote at this point. You know, they could be mixing it all together. Mine particularly is the clothes emulating style, eat your brains, can be invisible, can have all these glorious powers. The whole thing that attracted Spider-Man to it. I'm down with that. But if they start going the other route, which is the more there's a monster inside of me type of deal, and I'm just this innocent dude, that somewhat innocent guy that is kind of held prisoner, I might be a little worried about that, because what to me what made Venom so much more interesting and more compelling than a typical villain was the fact that he always felt like he was in the right. He had the innocence and then the non-innocent, and he had a code to live by. And the thing that made him so threatening is that on equal sides, the symbiote and Eddie Brock, in their own rights, were credible threats by themselves, but fused together by their inner poison for Spider-Man is what made them so interesting compared to Carnage, who was, you know, just a serial killer with the Venom's offspring, and Hybrid, which I'm trying to remember all of them. Hybrid, Toxin, and I think Hybrid was the collection of the 5 different symbiotes. That's why I thought it was a little bit of a foreshadowing, like if they're gonna bring in those symbiotes later. They might. Knowing this type of movie, knowing Sony, it might be some sort of showdown at the end with the other test subjects. So symbiotes fighting symbiotes and shit. Who knows? It's interesting. The one thing that I'll point out that I really enjoyed the most out of this was Venom's, or is it Venom's voice? The symbiote's voice. I thought was pretty fucking dope. So, like I said, you know, if they play this off right, it might work. If they play this off right, it might work. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock? I don't know. Like I said, I have this own image of what Eddie Brock should be, and I've seen different versions of him, and it's always been kind of something closely related to Peter Parker. So it's gonna be interesting the way they play this one off, if they're going to do a Venom story with little to no inclusion of Spider-Man. It's possible. It's very possible. We just need to wait and see, okay? Red Dread Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think about this particular movie. Timing-wise for me, too, this is probably the worst time, as I'm getting ready for Marvel's biggest movie to drop, Infinity War, tracking at $500 million opening weekend. That shit is fucking insane. But hey, let's see what's to come of this. I'm very interested to see if they. And then, oh, and also, I did mention they were using the Infinity War music, but that is incorrect. That it's technically true, but it was actually Audio Machinima, I think. Audio Machinima. They also did the music for Thor's trailer. They actually, when I was doing the Infinity War challenge and using some of the music, a lot of that was actually sampled. They actually used a bit of Audio Machinima mixed in together, so that's why it sounds familiar, because they used it in that last trailer. Tell me his name again, right? But that is technically not an Infinity War song, just they reworked it around. Anyways, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'm intrigued about it. I'm glad that they're distancing themselves from the other movies, that it's coming out a little later. I hope it works, man, because honestly, this is more or less what I really want to see, these guys fighting. But you know what? If they build it up, and you know what? If they prove themselves to be and you know, honestly, if this shit makes money, Feige's gonna be like, yo, we need to bring him in. We need to get Venom in. Alright, guys. Thank you for listening to me. If you like what you saw, please check out the other videos. Like, share, subscribe. And the countdown to Venom begins now.